Yeah, if you, I'm going to entertain 3-4 questions for Vikas. He needs to leave. Yeah, any question on the number of arrears he had in college to to know what he did in IIT Delhi. What is this networking organization that he heads? This is something that I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask this first question. What is this organization called AMI Azure? Huh?
BNI is the largest business networking organization in the world, and we have chapters around the world. I am the president of the Chennai chapter. We are a group of 75 businessmen representing different businesses who get together to meet to refer business to one another.
Can you name one instance where knowing these 75 people helped you personally in business or...
Today morning, because my child's admission is happening in the school because of a word that one of the members put to the father. So every day, we live networking every day.
Okay, put your hands together. He has made everybody work for him. I'm going to entertain, I insist on 2 more questions from anybody out there. Vikas is a special person who has achieved so much in such a young age. You've got to ask him a couple of things.
Sir, you are engineering background, but how did you get the confidence to enter into finance? And do you think 2 years of finance, probably you get 1 year, of studying finance is more than enough to work in so many companies as a financial officer and all those things?
I was lucky that I had a professor by K. Jain who on our first day made us all stand up and said, you're all going to flunk my class if you don't learn what BCom students learn in 3 years in 3 days and come and attend the class on Monday. So we all slept without sleeping 72 hours, read finance, learned, practiced, and we're back on Monday morning to attend his class. So that's the answer to a quick question.
No, sir.
That's what, it was not 2 years. My professor made me read what a BCom guy reads in 3 years, in 3 nights. Learn it by heart. Well, if that is not enough, I guess a lot of things are not enough.
No, I think the point he is making is, number one, he has taken the effort to be on par with BCom students. But I think what she also wants to know is the thought process behind the decision making to switch
from engineering to finance. Basically, when I was in college, I thought of myself as a pure play engineer, scientist wanting to join MIT, Harvard, Stanford, or Virginia Tech. At that point, my family business was going through a split in the family. I got admission in Virginia Tech. They asked for $200,000. I did my own math. I said $200,000. I don't think spending 1 crore I'm going to ever make economic sense if pursuing mechatronics at that point of time. So then I said, what next to do? Nothing else. So my brother said, write one exam. It's happening tomorrow. It's 500 rupees. It's an admission to IIT. I tried. And like Vaidi said, they asked all the questions that I knew. They only asked those questions that I knew. Anything else, and I would have not got through. So without studying, I got through, and the only option that I had there was to take finance, so I took one. That's it.
Great. I'm going to insist on another question apart from making this mic work.
We are from B.S. Abdurrahman University, formerly Crescent Engineering College.
Yeah.
I want to know, in this modern world, networking is possible?
Yeah. You and I know each other now?
Yes, sir.
You
we
and
are already connected through some social websites like...
See, social websites are only helping you know people. I mean, just get one name on your phone, nothing more. To know people, you don't need to know Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi needs to know you, correct? Yes or no? That is networking. Networking is not you knowing somebody else knowing you exist. So if I am connected to Venkat on LinkedIn, that doesn't serve my purpose. Venkat should know me. Am I right, Venkat? Only then will he talk to me. Now he knows me. Now I made that point that he knows me. That's networking.
How we can make possible in this?
Easy. I mean, we follow the 3 steps. 1, be positive.
Okay.
2, believe in the policy of giver's gain. Don't approach people with the philosophy that you're going to gain something. Build your network by giving to people. Positive, give, and 3rd, be in touch. Keep giving. So that when you need something, that person actually looks forward to giving it back. Just these 3 things, if you follow 1, 2, 3, you'll have a fantastic network for yourself.
Thank you, sir.
No, but I think the other point that he wanted to make is social networking. it's not disjoint from the networking that you're talking about. It can be
It is-
used as a tool to expand your network. Is that understanding right?
My understanding is not that, because unless you meet people and connect with them at a personal level,
No, maybe you can do that by starting off as a Facebook friend or a LinkedIn friend.
but
Or
you still need to do the first, second, and third. You need to
Okay.
keep in touch, keep contributing for his growth, and look forward, not look back.
Okay. In
Hi.
Facebook, the face part of the Facebook is more important than the book.
This is Yarni. I'm from Rajalakshmi Engineering College, first year IT. So now
Good.
that you know me.
Yes.
So when do I get my internship?
IT,
know me, right?
2 years down the line, we will put an IT system in place. We just hired 5 students from Coimbatore, but we will look at IT in place.
Cool.
So,
All right. So I want you to share instances when you got successful by networking,
okay.
and
So,
also give tips on how I.
let's talk about Agni. For example, there is a gentleman here with name Sanal, who is part of the management team. We wanted to sell some marble and granite to Agni College of Engineering. I called a friend of mine who's a chartered accountant who knew Sanal very well. So all he did was, my marketing guy is trying to reach Agni for ages and ages and ages, trying to get an appointment to sell marble. All this guy did was, you're buying marble from somewhere, why did you talk to my friend? They seem to have the best thing in store, and I trust him. Instantly, Sanal picked up my phone. I could send a quote and get an order. So you're sitting in a place where I have actually done business purely because I knew somebody who knew somebody, not because of anything else.
Great, great. As Sesh said, you might have an opportunity to talk to him if before 12. But if you have a very, very urgent question that you need to know the answer right now, ask like that guy. I'll entertain the last question.
You said that we need references for higher education. How is it possible if it is like in a foreign country like US or UK?
Okay, I'll give you a classic example. I was in Coimbatore 3 years, playing golf 3 times a week, 18 holes, clubbing in the end, going to office at 11, going home at 6 o'clock, then going to Coimbatore club, and I was all of 27 then. So me and my wife were walking on the street in a nice, beautiful winter of Coimbatore, where the weather is very, very nice, everything is super, and we're talking to each other. And he said, aren't we living a retired life too early? I mean, retired people have this ambition, right? Play 18 holes 3 times a week, have a fun, wonderful club membership, you and your spouse walking on the road in the evening. I mean, all those good things. When I asked myself, if I'm living a retired life now, what else could be there outside? So let's try something. So the first thing was, get out of Citibank. Because if I be here, the next job will be in Bombay or Delhi, where I will not know who my wife is, because by the time I come home, she is asleep, and by the time I get up, she's gone to work. So it cannot happen. Then what do? So that's when I met Vaidi. Who was my customer in Citibank. Not this Vaidi, huh? Some other
Unfortunately,
Vaidi.
not me.
Cognizant Vaidi.
I was trying to
Venkat will know
network
him.
with him, but somehow.
So I met him, and we connected, and
Castle happened there.
class will happen then. So it's a case where my career progressed to where I wanted to go because I knew somebody purely for a friend. And that's the long answer to your short question. Have I answered your question?
I asked for higher education, like.
So this was a company focusing only on higher education.
Okay.
And this is where I got a reference from people like Lakshmi that this guy is good. Right?
Yeah.
No, but even universities will ask for recos. And recos is all about knowing people and how much they know you, isn't it?
And if you ask me, one of my ambitions is to actually do PhD. And Vaidi has said his recos work in all top colleges abroad, because he's studied in MIT, taught in Virginia Tech and all those colleges. So if he writes a reco, maybe I'll get admission there also. So knowing somebody for business can get you admission in some college. That's another example.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vikas. I'd like you to put your hands together once again for Vikas. Just when you thought we oldies cannot talk about what is current and right now, I have Venkat Viswanathan, founder and chairman of Latent View. Venkat is a visionary behind Latent View. He has helped several Fortune 500 clients leverage an India-based offshore services delivery model in the financial services and telecom sectors for over a decade now. He has over 18 years of experience in management consulting, technology, and global IT services management. Before he founded Latent View, Venkat was part of the global leadership team for Cognizant Communication Practice, where he did a lot of things. When he is not thinking about big data and analytics, Venkat indulges in his passion for technology gadgets. I would like him to elaborate a little further on the Squeeze Box wireless radio that streams music and news from around the world. It's different from internet radio, is it? It's an internet, okay. He is also a value investor in public markets. The Coimbatore market, adilla, is different. He is a value investor in public markets. Venkat holds a bachelor's degree in engineering from IIT Madras and an MBA from IIM Calcutta. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Venkat Vishwanathan, who will be talking to you about digital brave new world.